another Mattel Disney Pixar Cars 3 Diecast review. Of course, we're going to be taking a look at Buck Barely, who is racing for Zeen, which I'll talk about what Zeen is, which is a company for in the Disney Cars universe, of course. But anyway, let's talk about his release. So Buck was only released back in 2017 on May 1st, of course, when Cars 3 Diecast was released. And this guy was a single for forever. And he was a single again back in 2018, which he did have collected car and without a collected car, of course. And I think he was in this online 11 pack that featured like old stock cars from back in 2017, of course. And after that, he hasn't been released since then. Like I said, he was in Cars 3, of course. He does replace Ryan Shields, who was the Cars 1 Zeen racer, which I put a picture of right there. Well, bam. I wish I had that diecast to compare Buck and Ryan as well. Which that would have been cool. And of course, Buck Barely, racer for Zeen for Cars 3, actually did get replaced at the end of the movie. Well, actually, middle of the movie when McQueen crashed, of course, when he stuff. But he does get replaced by Michael Roeder, which I'll put a picture right there. And I do have the diecast of him as well. So yeah, anyhow, enough about that. Let's just show what let's show his appearance in Cars 3, of course, which he has some scenes a lot. So he wasn't really like, hard to find stuff. So which is good. He, of course, like I said, he's a background creditor. He didn't speak in the movie. He was just racing, just loving racing, of course. And yeah, I think that'll be all. I think that'll be all the pictures we can show on here, of course. But enough rambling. Let's just get on to Buck Barely, the Zeen racer. So taking a look at his hood. Of course, his sponsors is Zeen, which is corrective windshield. So basically, it's like, windshields, clean windshields, I guess. So basically, their eyes like windshields, of course. Of course, he is part of the Brickyarly Body Bug, which is fantastic. As you can see his headlights, his smile, because he's really happy to win. Well, actually, happy to race alongside his Pistol Cup racers for stock cars, Pistol Cup stock car racers, of course. And you can see on the bottom right here, you can see his number is 39, of course. As you can see, my car is my diecast is really dusty. I got this guy back in 2017, so that's a long time ago. It's probably like 6 years? 6 years? Well, not 6. Well, yeah, 6 years. Not yet, because I got this guy back in September, I think, or August. Well, no, super. Yeah. As you can see on this fender right here, you can see his Lightyear, of course. He got some Lightyear rims with some, black rims with some Lightyear tires, of course. Which I think Ryan Shields has it. If I could put a picture up right there. And I know Michael Roeder has some black rims as well, so that's just good. And here you can see his contingency sponsors, of course, which is Pistol Cup, of course, Violin, Revolting, RPM, Nitro 8, Octagate, and Clutch 8. And we just reviewed Violin and Octagate, so I can't wait to review Revolting, RPM, Nitro 8, and Clutch 8. And I like his designs, which is really good, especially when we talk about his rooftop as well. But I like this yellow streak, which on the bottom right here, which is really good. You can see the red arrow to indicate the pit crew to lift him up to do tires and get him some gas so he can go back into the track. He is number 39, of course. You can see his slogan, which is corrective windshields, of course. You can see on his roof, it's like a Renaissance kind of paint, of course. You can see his number again, 39, of course, which I like this design. I like his designs. And I like how it's like a blue, this baby blue fades into like a dark blue and then goes back to like a lighter blue kind of, which is cool. You can see on his sides right here, it says Zeen. Of course. You can see his window bars. You can see on the back, you can see his taillights. Zeen in the middle. You can see the camera indicate that it's recording shots of racing, of course. You can see his slogan again, corrective windshields on the bottom and 39 on the top. So nothing too crazy. It's the same side before. Oh, and of course, he got his exhaust pipes. Like I said in my Tommy Highbanks videos, if this buck body, well, Bacardi body buck exhaust only shows on the right, of course. So yeah, and in here is the base if you're really interested. Made in China. So we don't have a Thailand version of this yet, so which is crazy. But he is one of my kind of one of my favorites. Kind of. It's not one of my favorites, but he's right there. I just like his design. It's cool. Which we'll talk about the next gen, which he's kind of is my least favorite next gen of all, which we'll talk about in his review. But I think this was made around October of 2016, I think. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but here are some stock cars I brought out, which we can show. Of course, my recent review, I did Tommy Highbanks, which he looks really cool. And of course, Brick Riley, who is the original body model of these racers. So you can see how far we gotten into their reviews. Like I said, for Tommy Highbanks, the RPM racer for this body book has the same of this black outline on his eyes, of course, which I can't wait to do that because he's, like I said, part of the contingency sponsors for the stock cars as well. So yeah, here's to take a look of these amazing racers. Yeah, but yeah, that'll conclude of Buck Barely. Let me know in the comments below that if you got this guy, are you thinking about getting this guy actually, or do you don't have this guy and you plan on getting this guy, of course. But yeah, I think the majority of y'all have this already because I don't know if he's rare right now. I don't know if he's rare, but he is a China diecast. So some of the China diecast racers are very rare. But that'll be it for this review. This is TCB Toys out with a banger. Yep, and goodbye.